part of your orientation, you'll be given copies of our Guide to Company Rules and Policy, Guide to Safety and Health, and our Guide to Employee Evaluation, Compensation, and Benefits. The guidelines presented in these materials must govern the way you work at Rexmoor. You've been hired by Rexmoor on an employment at will basis. This means that your employment may be terminated by either you or Rexmoor for any lawful reason, with or without prior notice. The construction industry is very competitive. We all have to do what we can to continue our company's success. We strive to recognize and reward superior performance. When possible, promoting from within the corporation to continue to expand the careers of our employees. All these rules and policies might seem like a lot to remember, but really they're just common sense.
Make sure you read your company handbooks,
so you know what to expect from the company.
And what the company expects from you.
You were expected to be an example of someone who reflects professionalism and a commitment to safety. Every employee is required to wear safety glasses and a company-issued hard hat all the time they're on a job site. The Rexmoor logo and company-issued stickers are all that's allowed on hard hats. The dress code requires work boots, long pants, and high-visibility shirts or a safety vest, as well as gloves. No tank tops, pants with holes, loose clothing, or open-toed or tennis shoes are allowed. No radios or personal audio players may be used on job sites. Personal calls, texting, and emailing are not allowed during work hours, except for emergencies. All field employees need to have their own tools in their possession at work and take them home every night. All the tools you're required to furnish are listed in your Guide to Company Rules and Policy booklet. If you ever notice that a tool is not in safe working condition, replace it immediately. You are required to wear your tool bags with appropriate tools for the job you're doing. Develop the good habit of checking tools and equipment as you work with them. If a company tool is damaged, or if you notice a safety guard is missing or not operating properly, red tag it, remove it from service, and notify your supervisor right away. Never disable or remove an originally installed safety guard or device from a tool or piece of equipment. Only use machinery or equipment that you've been trained, certified, qualified, and authorized to operate. Don't service, repair, or adjust equipment while it's in use, or if it can be started. Disable equipment before you work on it, and red tag defective tools and equipment. Every field employee receives their own Rexmoor debit card. The company uses this card to reimburse employees for travel pay, temporary fuel assistance, safety equipment purchases like gloves, tuition, parking, and bridge tolls. Employees can even ask Rexmoor to deposit their paychecks into their Rexmoor debit card accounts. The employee has complete control and responsibility over their debit card account. All the company can do is deposit money into the employee's accounts. Like other debit cards, certain fees will be charged for different transactions. A complete list of the rules and fees is included in your employee handbook. Field employees are paid, and funds are added to debit cards every Friday. We strongly encourage the use of direct deposit. Full-time field employees are eligible for medical, dental, life insurance, retirement plan, short-term disability, and 3 paid days off over 2 holidays: Thanksgiving, the Friday after, and Christmas Day. Consult your Evaluation, Compensation, and Benefits Handbook for details. The skill and knowledge of our workers is very important. All field employees must meet the requirements of California's certification laws. Always keep the required distance around electrical equipment clear for safety, maintenance, and easy access. If there's a pathway nearby, make sure to put up barriers and signs so the space stays clear and no one unsuspectingly enters a hazardous area. Scuffling, horseplay, or any type of practical joking is strictly forbidden. Stay out of trenches, excavations, and confined spaces until they've been inspected and you've received specific authorization to enter from your supervisor. Any supervisor or employee qualified by training or experience has the authority to suspend work and remove exposed employees from work locations where OSHA and company safety requirements are not being followed. Do not enter manholes, underground vaults, chambers, or other places that receive little ventilation until the air has been tested and certified safe to breathe by a competent person.
Yeah, that's good to go.
A trained, competent person must be present before you enter a confined space. 2/3 of all confined space fatalities are would-be rescuers. Ladders are a constant hazard in the construction industry. We expect you to use ladders properly. That includes inspecting them for cracks, notches, holes, or broken rungs or feet before you climb. Take defective ladders out of use immediately to be repaired or scrapped. Don't get onto a ladder or scaffold until you've made sure it's got solid footing and is secure. When climbing, face the ladder and always keep 3 points of contact with it. Extension ladders must be extended at least 3 feet above a landing and 1 foot away from the wall for every 4 feet up. Extension ladders must be tied off at the top and the bottom if it could slip. Falls are the leading cause of death in our business. Your supervisor will provide you with fall protection gear and show you how to use it properly. It's your job to inspect the gear before you put it on, every time you put it on. Never use fall protection equipment that's not in top condition. You have to wear 100% of the personal protective equipment required. Higher levels of PPE may be required depending on the task.
You'll be written up if you don't have correctly, you understand?
Physical strength alone will not protect you from being injured while lifting, but the following basic lifting techniques will lessen the likelihood of you sustaining a back injury. Bend your knees to get down close to the load you're going to lift. Keep your back straight. Lift gradually using your legs. Don't twist or jerk while lifting, and get help for bulky and heavy loads. Some of the materials you'll be working with may be hazardous. An inventory of hazardous materials, along with their material safety data. Once again, you're encouraged to discuss any work issues with your supervisor or human resources.
Thank you for helping us to work toward our vision of being the industry leader by innovative design. When every employee aspires to a higher standard and lives up to our values of creativity, relationships, performance, pride, and growth, we will all enjoy the benefits of working for a successful business. Welcome to Rexmore.